Yo, guys, what's up?
Yo, are we live?
We are live.
We're live. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Markus, aka
I'm-
Mark Havoc. This is my good friend Rob. Say your last name?
I'm not that good of a friend then. Rob Bossoleri.
Rob Bossoleri, everybody. Listen, I just call him Rob Bossman. He's Rob Bossman in my phone. He's big Rob Bossman in my phone. You should be very...
This is like a really messed up mirror.
No, I like this, actually.
But yeah, our colors look good.
Yeah, this is you in 20 years, buddy, if you had hair. I'm talking about the...
I was never going to have hair like that.
I know. I'm so... I just wake up and I'm just like, I have better hair than Rob.
Anyways, WrestleMania weekend is what we're going to be talking about.
We are going to be talking about WrestleMania weekend because in just a few days,
it's WrestleMania weekend
in Hollywood, because WrestleMania goes Hollywood April 1st and 2nd. WWE's biggest live event of the year is here, everybody. Are you excited for WrestleMania?
Yes. I'm going to say yes and no. I'm going to say yes for the obvious matches, but I'm going to say no because why does it need to be 2 days?
Why?
I don't understand why they
they recently did that, right?
Like 3 seasons ago.
Yeah.
Why? I'm like, why are we asking for that?
Is it a money grab?
Yeah, it's a money grab.
It's the Saudi Arabia deal. The Saudi Arabia deal, they said, you know what? You got to do WrestleMania in 2 nights.
You do it in 2 nights. It is good. You make more money. More matches, more people,
more matches, less women.
The women, you cover them up here. Here is curtain. You put curtain.
Yes, less women in our wrestling matches, please. That's the Saudis. That's not coming from me.
No.
Give me one match that you're excited for on this here WrestleMania.
We're going to exclude the Roman Reigns one, obviously.
Sure,
the Roman Reigns Cody Rhodes match. I want to see Rey Mysterio beat the living piss
out of his son.
Out of that. And again, you know what? And they didn't know what to do with the two of them because he was such a baby face, Dominic, that he served no purpose. Remember a year ago, they were doing the gimmick where Rey was, criticizing everything Dominic did.
Yes.
So it's like,
he's being hard on his son.
Right. And they're treating him like he's a teenager. But I'm like,
his son's been to jail.
Oh, he's a man.
He went to the Pinta, and he's a man now. Can you believe Rey socked the shit out of his son right in the mouth?
Well,
finally, how long did it take for Rey to finally punch his son in the mouth? How long has this feud been going? I feel like this feud's been going on for 17 years.
I loved the image of him just punching Dominic
in the mouth. Yeah. So
hold on a second.
We're gonna throw this up there real quick.
Yeah, let me see if I remember how to. I'm just gonna say because there's a way to just
pop it up there.
Yeah, there is a way to do that. I have to full screen it. Give me a sec, but
yes. So we I mean, look at the kid in the background. The kid's like, yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was it. Yes, I can share a screen. That's what it was that I forgot. Okay. It's been a minute, and
we got a producer probably coming in next week to help us out with this show, and he'll know how to do this stuff, so we're not having dry air right now trying to figure out.
It's a process. It's a process.
We're learning things as we go.
I'm brushing up on some things, and other things I'm
Does
just
this remind you of the radio days?
No, because we wouldn't have had a green screen.
You wouldn't be doing all
I wouldn't have a green screen. I would just be...
So now, like, I listen to Extreme Radio 107.5, and I listen to Dave and Chuck the Freak or something, or Free Beer and Hot Wings or whatever their names are. And I guess they podcast the entire radio podcast.
Yeah.
So you can watch them live if you're like a subscriber to their Patreon or whatever. And then you can hear them. So they're doing stuff live, too, that you don't get to see unless you're a subscriber. But I thought that maybe in your radio days, maybe you were live podcasting as well while streaming on the radio.
Yeah, that's... Is
Not
that the screen? No. Turn screen. Yeah, that's. We're gonna share this right quick,
Okay.
and it's not. Yeah, so that's the image. That's the image right there of just him,
Yes.
psycho.
Just finally.
I love that. That picture of him just absolutely just out of his mind, psycho.
Uh-huh.
Was
He's like, don't you dare ask me for an autograph.
oh man,
Don't you
he
ask
was.
me to sign
I
nothing.
loved it, and then of course Dominic, acted like a little bitch.
No, I won't sign your pop action figure and then you sell it on eBay for $350. No, I will not do that, son. He looks like this is the very first time he's been angry.
He's never angry.
He's never angry. Have you ever seen Rey Mysterio angry?
No, but that's psychotic.
I know, he looks
that match. Now, here's the thing. I'm going to pull from the John Cena and A-Train thing. Okay. If Dominic wins, he loses.
Yes.
The Austin Theory thing. Because if he wins, there's nowhere for him to go.
Okay.
What is he going to do? There's nowhere higher for him to go.
Sure.
What is he going to do? Who is he going to fight? Because anyone else. Gunther, yeah, exactly. Anyone from the Empire, any other wrestler will kick his ass.
Sure.
So he's going to have a crew with him all the time, and that's boring. So if Ray wins, nothing new.
Can I throw you a different perspective?
Sure.
I like factions.
Yeah.
I don't think factions can really get boring. Like, you could literally, every episode of WCW Nitro, you could have had NWO beating the shit out of somebody in the back, and I would have just been there 9-10 years old. Just, yes! Kill them! Kill everybody! Yes! This is so good. This is amazing television. Every week. It could have been the intro to the show. NWO just throwing Rey Mysterio up against walls. It could have been the same. They could have videoed it, recorded it, and then just showed it every episode, and it still would have been like, yes, this is amazing.
But I love this. I love that psycho.
You should get that tattooed on you. Could you imagine if you're like, Marcus, check out my tattoo, and you lift up your sleeve?
That's just psycho Rey Mysterio.
Psycho Rey Mysterio.
No, you know what I want to do? I want to get a tattoo of Rey Mysterio, and on his bicep will be the tattoo of him with a psycho look.
There you go. Just have 4 Rey Mysterios.
Yeah.
Just one Rey Mysterio with a tattoo of
Rey Mysterio with a tattoo of Rey Mysterio with a tattoo of Rey Mysterio.
Yes, this is so good. I'm glad we're doing this to no audience. This is such a fun thing. I like seeing Rey upset and mad and angry. It was a different side of Rey, and I wasn't quite. I didn't expect it. I actually didn't expect him to hit Dom.
Well, yeah, but when the mom was there, they telegraphed when the mom and the sister were there.
Yeah,
I was like, yo, the mom and the sister in there. It is on.
It had to happen.
It is on. All right, who's got me on Instant Messenger? Oh, it's my brother.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, let me see.
This real quick. Let me let people know.
Yeah, and I got a couple people I want to.
So yeah, you're excited about that match. I am excited for the Usos versus Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens tag match. That's the thing that I am excited for. I'm ready to see the Usos lose the tag champions.
Here's what I would do.
I'm ready for it.
Here's what I would do. I would take the tag belts off them.
Yes, and split them.
You take the tag belts off them. Oh, by the way, I love what it did for our logo for this week.
Oh, that's nice. It took that photo.
It took I just been I shared it, and it took the picture of Rey Mysterio on it.
That's hilarious.
So way I see it is you take the belts off them.
Mm-hmm.
And you do that match on Saturday night. I don't know the order. Do we know the order? We have the card, but we don't know the.
I didn't see an order to which.
Obviously, the main event's going to be on Sunday night, but you should take the belts off the Usos on Saturday because it ratchets up the drama.
And then what if they win them back Sunday night?
How would they win them back? Oh man. No.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. No,
you never know.
You have Zayn and Owens win him on Saturday and then leave to Canada.
Yes.
They just escape to Canada.
And then they're just like, you can't get us because we're
going to Canada.
We're going to Canada, and you're a felon.
Sorry. So they go off to Canada, and then the Usos are like, hey, yo, Us, Yo, what we do? Oos?
We can't do it. Oos.
We can't do it.
We can't go over there.
You know what I would have done? I would have cut a most savage promo. I would have been, "How you doing, bro?"
Mhm.
And then every time they would, I just keep going, "How you doing, bro?" Because that's what Oos means. It's Samoan for bro.
Yes.
I would just be obnoxious.
Isn't it family?
No, it's brother.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought Oos was like family.
Brother.
Oh, okay.
So they're saying when they keep saying, "Yo, Oos."
Like, what's
Oos.
up? Okay.
What's
I
up,
like
bro?
that. So yeah, I'm excited for that match. It's it makes me nostalgic for El Generico and Steen matches and when they used to tag together and stuff.
Welcome, guys. Welcome.
So I am excited. Hi, how are you? How two people from what? It says where they're from.
Yeah, they're
that
watching
it does
us
that.
on YouTube.
Hey, look at that.
Yes.
There's a third one. All right.
And then so people are. So we're talking about WrestleMania. We're talking about the first match I wanted to see was the Dom and Rey Mysterio. I want to see Dominic get his ass kicked because for Rey, great. For Dominic, there's nowhere for him to go.
Is Rhea gonna get involved?
Here's another thing. And any time that there's been a woman gets involved, there's slop and spit. I get it. It's 21st century. You don't want to do that with women. But also you've got this weird relationship where Rhea Ripley is not his girlfriend. She's his mommy. I don't know what it means.
What up?
Yo, I don't know what that means. What? Yo, it's mommy. And what does she do? She walks around with him. Is she like his chaperone?
Yeah, she's the one that gets him into all the clubs,
She's the one who like helps him rent a car.
Yeah, he can't rent a car yet, so she's just like, put it on my tab, mate. I can't do a British.
No, what you got to do is put on my tab and yeah, whatever.
What if she doesn't get involved? What if Vicky Guerrero gets involved?
No, because she's in a contract with AEW.
Because that's technically, if we're doing the whole storyline of Eddie being
the
original dad, then that would make Vicky Guerrero his real mom.
Unless Eddie Guerrero cheated on
with a different.
Yeah, with his mom. So his mom is his mom, but Eddie Guerrero.
Whose mom is mom? What vagina did Dom come out? That's all I want to know.
Oh my God, I didn't think you would outgross me.
Yeah.
What? That's the new thing. I want to know. Vince McMahon comes out, no chance, and he comes out there. Yeah. What vagina did you come out of, you bastard?
Yeah, and then Maury comes out, and he's like, "You're not the father."
In the case of Dominic Guerrero, Rey, you are the father.
And he's just like, "Shit."
Yeah.
Damn it,
Dom. I wanted to bury you with Eddie Guerrero and put you in the ground right next to where you wanted to be.
The storyline's totally ruined with facts and plausibility. No.
And then Dom starts getting annoyed and he goes to punch his dad. He misses it, hits Vince McMahon. Vince goes, "I'm Vincent Kennedy McMahon. You're fired."
Finally. And then Dom goes to AEW and becomes a star. All right. There's another match that I'm actually.
Oh, hold on now. If he goes to AEW, what would they call him? They would have to call him Dom Rey.
They'd give him a mask and they'd call him Los Mysterio as Dominic.
It's Mysterio de los Reyes.
Yes, it's.
And why is he wearing a jockstrap?
Why is he colored like queso? Another match I am excited for. Okay. I'm not gonna lie is and it's because this guy has really proven himself as a wrestler and as an athlete, and he's really gone beyond expectations. I'm excited for Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Yes.
What
do you mean? Don't stutter.
I hate.
Say it with your whole chest.
I hate Logan Paul. He's Seth Rollins a year ago, which is why they did that, because now you've made Seth Rollins a face, which is brilliant. Yes. I wouldn't call him a baby face because he could flip at any moment.
He's a tweener. He's a tweener, in betweener. That's a term. That's a real legit wrestling term. He's a tweener. He can go in between being the good guy and the bad guy. But I like Logan Paul, man. He's athletic. He's a natural. Mm-hmm. He's entertaining. Mm-hmm. He can move. He doesn't like stutter step or anything. He does it with his whole this whole WrestleMania is
novelty matches. Yes, because you have the one with Almost. Mm-hmm. That's a silly match. I don't care.
Yeah, why is Almost?
Oh, the Hornswoggle is the secret mystery.
There's a whole roster of wrestlers that aren't participating in WrestleMania. There's quite a few people that aren't involved, and Omos has a match.
Well, this is what we always said. A lot of people complain about AEW for having a really big roster and having too many wrestlers. Well, WWE invented that.
Yeah.
They have wrestlers. Remember when WWE had EC3?
Mm-hmm.
And EC3 came in
for like 2 weeks,
and he was over for like they were hyping him to the ceiling. He could speak. He's the Vince McMahon style wrestler, and they jobbed him out.
He was the nephew of Dixie Carter.
Yes, Rollins has been over with his feud with Cody, so Rollins can lose and try to put over Logan Paul, but I don't care. Logan Paul gets nothing from the win.
That's a good point too as well. AEW wrestlers have more freedom, and they can go do other things and go do GCW and whatever.
Mercedes Moné.
What about her?
She's a great example. She's everywhere.
Sure.
And there's a lot of them. And you know what? You'll hear
I'm
about
having a brain fart. Who is that?
That's Sasha. Sasha Banks.
Okay. For a second, I was like, wait a minute. It's because how you said Monet. I didn't see it in my head.
Well, yeah, but see, that's the thing. WWE doesn't have any wrestlers on the payroll. They have they're all contractors. They're all contracted. So it's like, okay, we own you. We own all your royalties. We own your likeness. Trish Stratus is greater than Mickey.
Hey, hold on real quick. Before you trigger my man Rob here for a second. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on 1 second before my man Rob freaks out.
What?
Hold on.
Oh, I'm breathing.
Here, let me get some water.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know why you guys would do that. Real quick, I just want to make a point real quick. There's an issue with AEW allowing their wrestlers to go to other places. Like, what if somebody gets injured in another promotion? How do you deal with that situation? Say Moxley goes and fights for GCW, which he, has been known to do. And then say, he, God forbid, knock on wood, gets injured. How do you deal with that situation as AEW? Do you cut it off? Do you say no more going to other promotions? Don't be going nowhere else. What do you do at that point?
It's a risk because Impact Wrestling just lost 2 of their guys, and one of their guys got injured in New Japan. Okay. The walking weapon, Josh. Oh my lord, Josh Alexander. Thank you. Josh Alexander got injured apparently in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh, so does New Japan pay his bills? How does that work?
Well, no. See, no. What Markus is saying is, if I've invested a lot of time into a story, into a gimmick, I put a lot of time into a wrestler, I can tell you right now, I've tried to train and do this for just a hair's time, and the amount of physical exertion that it takes. Your partner is not your tag team partner. Your partner is the guy in the ring with you. You got to make sure that you're both able to wrestle one another safely. So if you've put all of that time into making certain that the story's on point and that the person you're challenging across from the squared circle is going to be able to do it right and hit all the spots and communicate with you in the ring, and then he gets injured and you have to do it with somebody else on the fly.
What I'm saying. Let's use somebody a little bit bigger. Let's say MJF goes to another promotion, has a match, freak accident, knock on wood again, freak accident. Now you have your champion, your main man, your main heel. You're really your only bad guy in AEW right now. What do you do? You can't just be like, hey, Darby Allin, you're our new guy.
No, you know what I would do? You know what I would do?
You know what I mean? I
would take, in that instance, there's only one guy you could take who could be a heat magnet.
Mm-hmm. I know who you're thinking.
Who am I thinking?
Paul White.
Hold on. And then the Big Show comes out. No.
But that's what I'm saying.
I would use CM Punk. I would get CM.
Let's not talk about. I have stuff I want to talk about.
Okay, yeah, because he ran his mouth again.
He's not on the roster. He's at home. You can't do anything with him. He's not an option.
Okay. Well, then you just go to John Moxley, and Moxley goes, "You son of a bitch."
And that's what I'm saying. You might have a bloated roster right now, but then you do your
think about it like this:
400 show in a row.
WWE has 2 main shows. SmackDown and Raw,
NXT.
and SmackDown Raw because even they don't count NXT, almost like the real thing. And then Trish Stratus is still under a table right now, gargling Vince's junk. That was what made her famous. Let's not ever forget that that's what made her famous. Now, if she were to my face, I wouldn't say that. I would wuss the hell out because she could probably beat the piss out of me. But Trish Stratus became famous, whereas Lita became famous by joining the Hardys and doing a Lita Conrana.
I'm doing it exactly in that order that you said.
Hold on.
Trish, Lita, Mickey, China. That's how I'm doing it. I want to switch Lita and Trish, but I feel like that'd be against
Mickey, China. Mickey, China, Lita, Trish. I don't see Trish as this trailblazer.
You put Lita third? You put the Queen of the Thong Moonsault third?
Thank you, Marcus.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know they're all good. But Mickey's up there. I always had a soft spot for Mickey. China is one of the best ever. Yes, she was not great. Trish was everybody. She was the doorknob of pro wrestling. That was her gimmick. Everybody got a turn.
Back to Rob being sexist.
But that's what they did.
I'll be back in an hour, guys.
They dumped her in mud. They made her do lingerie matches, and then afterwards, they were like, we kind of like we're misogynistic and we treated you like dirt, literally. You know what we're gonna do to make up for this? Here's a belt. Now go do some moves in the ring. Now, after the fact, she became good. After the fact, but
there you go. I put Stacy on top of all of them.
Yeah.
Stacy on top of all of them. Stacy's number one. Stacy's number one.
So yeah. Bully was cutting a promo today on his show, and he said
Look at that. I got somebody who supports my opinion, somebody who supports yours. I think we should make them fight.
Yeah, I mean, she was Mickey James was great. She's done so much. She's so versatile.
She's gotten better in her second run.
Well, but here's the thing: Mickey has run after run after run after run after run. Trish Stratus comes out and they're like, hold on." It's like the Tin Man in Wizard of Oz. Put some oil on the knees, little in the joints.
Yeah, I like Mick. I like Mick right now. Mickey's killing it. She's doing a great job.
And she's injured.
And she's injured. She's hurt. She's doing good. I like.
She took that spear.
Yeah.
That was the thing. She took the spear from Grace, and she got hurt bad because that was no kayfabe. When Jordan Grace speared Mickey James was doubled over, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And she's like,
"I'm dying."
Yeah, well, I don't care if somebody's Canadian or not. I mean, Taya Valkyrie's Canadian. And by the way, I would like to see Taya Valkyrie beat and become the TBS champion. I want to see her beat.
All right, so let's go through these matches real quick. You just tell me who you think's going to win so we can go through the WrestleMania card. All right?
Mm-hmm. Always good.
Seth versus Logan.
Logan.
Okay.
Seth can afford to lose.
John Cena versus Theory.
John Cena.
Gunther, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre.
Gunther.
Brock Omos.
Brock.
Usos versus Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens.
Zayn and Owens.
Oh, wow.
Zayn and Owens.
Belair versus Asuka.
Asuka.
Okay.
With the mist.
Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley for the women's.
Rhea Ripley.
And Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed.
I want to say Roman Reigns.
Wow, you think he's keeping one of them?
I Roman Reigns is, and I can go over if you know what? I'll give you like a quick 10-second. Go to each one. I'll give you a quick 10-second.
Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Seth Rollins can afford to lose. He's still over with the crowd. Logan Paul hits him with the titanium hand, and then they'll have a rubber match.
John Cena versus Theory.
Theory has to be humbled. Theory has to be humbled. Cena will hold it for a pay-per-view.
By a less than part-timer? He's less than part-time.
Right, but it's all about
the hair.
Yeah, it's about making Austin Theory raise his level and stature up. He cannot just walk in and have a one match. He's going to have a feud for it, and it keeps Cena relevant a little longer.
Gunther, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre.
Sheamus and Drew McIntyre are washed up. They're not bad in the ring. I'm just tired of their gimmicks.
Get them
Fuck
the hell
'em.
out of here. We're
Get 'em out.
tired of them fighting. How many times do they got to fight?
Boring. Gunther is on.
Brock versus Omos.
Brock, because Omos is mush mouth and MVP is like might as well be in a retirement home.
Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos.
The Usos have to lose, so it puts more pressure on Roman the following night. It puts pressure on Roman Reigns, and if they lose, Roman Reigns is going to, they'll cut a promo in the back where Roman Reigns is violently angry. How can you do this to me? Blah, blah, blah. Then they're going to go, you know what? I don't need this guy. I don't need his crap. Where were you to help me? Did you come out there and help me retain my belts? No, but I have to come out there and help you? Screw you. And then that puts pressure on him the following night. And then that'll be the lead-in. They'll do vignettes with Paul Heyman going, my tribal chief.
I'll never leave you.
I won't leave you, my tribal chief. What must I do, my tribal chief?
What do you want me to? You want me to get in the ring and get beat up for you, my tribal chief?
Yeah, Cena will lose to WoW. No, yeah, that could be. I'm not saying XRP. I'm not saying that's not a possibility on Cena, but yeah. But they have to lose the tag belts. Now, with that said, Roman has to beat Cody.
Yes.
Now, the other guys have been talking that hold on. Yep.
Hey, so we got
So
we got 2 title matches with Roman, right? Who's the other match?
2 titles for Roman.
Yeah, he has 2 titles, doesn't he?
No, but he's got the. All right, hold on. Speaking to the mic. All right.
2 titles.
Yeah, but it's one universal. He's not.
There's only 1 match now.
Yeah.
When did this happen? I haven't been watching WWE. I'm sorry. I'm not the
WWE. So WWE. This is stupid. This is stupid. Now, and
We're gonna have Sami Zayn.
I'll address this. Yeah, it's unified, but it's not unified.
It's not unified.
So what they need to do?
Why does he carry 2? Why does he carry 2?
It's stupid. It's stupid. So what they did was they had the Raw to SmackDown. What they need to do is he should have come out. If they win everything, if the Bloodline wins everything, this is what they need to do. Bloodline either comes out with red belts all the way around, or they come out with purple belts and they go, we're royalty, we're this, we're that. Unify the belts. You don't want to ever give the idea that there's a separate belt for each show, because each show is a show. It's not a promotion. Raw is not a promotion separate of SmackDown.
What's the point of having 2 shows like that if you don't have different rosters and different champions?
Oh, you never watch boxing? Yeah, and boxing has multiple belts too for all different weight classes, or an Atlantic this. I mean, if we go back in time 10 years when Bobby, oh my Lord, this is why I was going to get enough sleep. When Bobby Lashley had all the belts in Impact Wrestling except the women's belts. Okay. They had the Grand Champion belt. They had the heavyweight title and the X division, and Bobby held them all for a moment, and then he relinquished them because he was bored. That was the gimmick.
Listen, I don't know how many times you have to tell Rob that he's right. Okay, Rob knows he's right. Okay, because he's working with an idiot, and I'm proud of that. Okay,
there are 3 promotions. A unified champion still carries all. Look, yeah. So, but yeah, so there. Well, I don't.
Hold on. My point of that is, why don't you just fucking do the Ultimo Dragon thing, man, and let him have 15 fucking belts and have them all
the belt collector
and be the belt collector, blah blah blah. Anyway, my point being is why have 2 belts if you're not gonna like defend them differently?
Why Trish is or Mickey is better
differently. Like you have a Monday night champ and you have a Friday night champ. That's it. That's
Fizzy vitamins.
The other shit doesn't matter. If you have 2 champions, you have 2 shows. You should have 2 champions.
First of all, when it comes to anime, no one is better than Vegeta in Dragon Ball Z.
God, here we go again.
No, I'm kidding. No, all things considered.
My point being,
yeah,
if you're gonna have 2 champions, yeah, it's laziness. There's laziness there. Why don't
they don't want to write themselves into a corner?
Wah.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. WWE's been running for 57 years, and 30 of those years they didn't have any competition because WCW was out of business. They were allowed to come up with WWE's ECW. If you're allowed to do all that fucking bullshit, sorry, I shouldn't be cussing like that. if you're allowed to do all that and get away with a WWE version of ECW and you have no competition until AEW comes and all that stuff, then you can write yourself into a damn corner with this stuff. I'm sorry.
When
That's
Stephanie
laziness.
McMahon
You just
came
have
out,
a lazy excuse as to not why you don't want to write more story.
when Stephanie McMahon came out with the Universal belt, I was so angry. I was like, I want to reach through the screen and punch her in the face, because it's when SmackDown came out, The Rock or Triple H or whoever had it had to go to both promotions. You do the job, they pay you the big bucks.
Yes.
Tom Brady's a quarterback for forever and a day. Do you think he complains at how much work he has to do outside of the field? He's got to practice. He's got to do the promotions.
I got to do radio.
Whatever. Yeah,
exactly. Fucking paid.
Sorry, not sorry about your damn luck.
So hey, tell me real quick though, when did they veer off the whole Sami Zayn's going for the title and then go for the?
He lost. He went to Canada. They gave him the title match. He lost. He lost. Yep. Yeah. Then they did the thing where Cody brings them back together. Sami Zayn is going to do. This is what Sami Zayn.
So question: if Cody wins, he takes both belts.
Yes,
he's the unified.
Yes, and then what they'll do then, but they need to take.
They got to do it to where they screw it out of him somehow, and 1-1.
I would be so angry.
2 champions.
I would be so angry. I would be over the moon angry. I'm not talking about. I'm going to write
Give Roman the NXT championship and make him defend all 3 nights. Make him go to all 3 shows. I want 3 title defenses.
But that's not the same. When Kenny Omega was the belt collector, they gave him.
How much did that guy work?
Yeah, the TNA belt.
That guy worked his motherfucking ass off.
The TNA belt was done as a
joke.
Yeah, as a joke. The Impact belt, he had all the belts but they were individual promotions and belts, and everything had a meaning. This is just one company trying to make it seem like they had competition amongst themselves. They never did.
Amongst themselves. Why would you make competition within your own company?
It was like, oh, we're Raw's better than SmackDown. SmackDown's better. It's the same show. And then what would they go? Oh my God, this guy came over from SmackDown. It's an invasion. No, the invasion took place in 2001 when all the ECW guys and the WCW guys got in the ring. And they all looked at each other, and then they beat the crap out of everyone. And then what happened? They elected Stone Cold Steve Austin to be their leader, which in retrospect didn't make much sense. It was good, but it was.
Was he in the ECW for like a week?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, back to being a casual.
Okay, but
hey, what's your favorite version of Undertaker?
Not the motorcycle. You know, the American Badass one.
American Badass is my second favorite.
I just like any of the stuff he did where he's just plain regular Undertaker.
I liked Ministry. Undertaker. I like the Hail Satan, we're gonna sacrifice.
Ministry Undertaker where he's got Stephanie McMahon strapped to
definitely not motorcycle.
Yeah, when he's going rolling. Hey, I may not.
Man, that shit was entertaining. I don't care what that was. Yeah, in that era, he fought Jeff Hardy for the undisputed match.
That match.
And that's one of your favorite matches of all time.
Matches, though, it is my favorite match. But it's
and
also
that was motorcycle.
But,
give me a hell yeah.
But here's the thing. Well, give me a hell yeah, Stone Cold.
I know, but they were literally the same character.
What I will say is this. That match. Watch that match again. Now, what I want you to do.
Jeff got on the motorcycle and was like,
trying to I want you to take your most sophisticated equipment, your little software, Fruity Loops, whatever software you got, and edit out the commentary, and then tell me, and then watch the match, and you're gonna go, oh,
it was an okay match.
It was an okay match. The kid gave it his all, but then you put Jim Ross back in there, prime of his commentating life. Jim Ross,
was that his prime?
On the commentary seat, yeah. Back then, oh
was
yes,
that his prime?
Oh yes, he was that was quintessential. But look, back to the card at hand this weekend. We were going. Where were we at?
No, you're killing. We already went through it.
Oh, we went through them all. Yeah. Now
you're killing my momentum here. I'm trying to talk about something here.
My apologies.
Undertaker.
Yes.
Your favorite Undertaker? You know, you
Ministry.
said who your
Ministry.
favorites were.
Ministry Undertaker.
Okay.
The motorcycle Undertaker. Yeah. That was boring.
Yeah. My favorite Undertaker is when he was telling everybody that these new guys play video games and they're not tough guys. They're not real men because they play video games. That's my favorite Undertaker. I like grumpy old grandpa Undertaker, where he's just like, you guys aren't hardcore.
Oh yeah, when he has Sarah on his neck.
You're not real men. You don't beat your wives. You're not real men.
Wow.
All right.
Apparently, Mark Calloway beats his wife. The views expressed here were that of Marcus Dietz and not of Marcus Hates Wrestling.
Yes.
Although that would tie into the theme that Marcus hates wrestling.
Yes, and what I hate about wrestling is when men beat their wives.
What Marcus hates about wrestling is when Mark Calloway brutally beats
his own wife.
Michelle McCool.
Yes.
He beats her so badly that she can only show up once a year for WrestleMania.
Get sued for the WrestleMania Goes Hollywood side. We're going to get sued for that segment. All right. Let's talk about something because there's two things I want to talk about. I made notes.
Okay.
Okay, I prepared.
And I made notes too about Ring of Honor.
Sweet. So we'll talk about that too. But first, I want to talk about a man who likes to delete his Instagram posts. CM Punk. Dirty deleter CM Punk. Now, here's the question. Okay, here is the question. Now, I have an opinion before I ask this. Oh, God, not Chris. I refuse.
I'll just say this. The guy Chris Benoit had a bunch of brain injuries at the end. He did a horrible thing, and he was...
It's exactly like Paul Heyman said when he was doing that thing, and everybody was like, what about Chris Benoit? And he's like, if you still fucking like that guy after all the bullshit he pulled or whatever, fuck you.
He was trying
people
to...
died.
Yeah, people died. He was reaching out to people to get help, and nobody helped him in time.
And people died.
And people died. So I would put him in the Hall of Fame with an asterisk.
Next. So
they did
CM Punk. Now,
yes.
I have an opinion about this. I'll tell you my opinion maybe after. I am being called a fucking casual in our comments right now, so I might not voice my opinion anymore. But CM Punk, is he coming back to AEW? Should he retire? Should he go fuck off into the sunset? How do you feel about CM Punk? Do people like him? Do they hate him?
His return wasn't
with CM Punk.
Oh, Jason Calventus. You're welcome. CM Punk, what I'll say about I've been answering that question. CM Punk is
as I have to.
CM Punk, I don't think his return was all that strong.
No.
It was not his best wrestling. He tried to recreate
I meant, is he getting a third chance?
I'm tired of him.
Again?
I'm bored with him. He's he took the steam of his coming back and he ran on fumes into AEW. He cut a few promos, nothing to the level of the pipe bomb. The person who benefited the most from CM Punk was MJF, and that was it. And again, when MJF did I was treated, I was a Jew boy and blah blah blah, and then CM Punk went, is this real? Is this real, or is this is this work?
Is he really offended?
That was good. Could it have been anyone else? Well, no. MJF and CM Punk really had an interaction when MJF was 13. It was great.
Hey, that MJF was fire though.
Yeah, it was great.
MJF
but
MJF is hot.
Yes,
red hot.
Now here's my question.
Pink like
I'll say this. I'm done with CM Punk. I don't care where he goes. He can't fight in MMA. That was the whole point. He got his ass kicked in MMA. He's too rusty.
Isn't he doing comic books?
I don't know what he's doing. I don't care. I'm just
So here's the deal.
No, we're the Kanye question. Kanye,
you're not
love him.
Respond to that troll, are you?
No, I know. I used to work with this guy. I've worked with him. Now, Kanye's a lovely guy. White lives matter. All lives matter.
What is happening right now? Are you sabotaging this podcast right now on purpose?
No, I'm sorry.
What is going on right now? No lives matter. All right.
No lives matter. You know what? Honestly,
anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Here's my opinion on CM Punk. We could have had something great. We could have had something great with the CM Punk MJF storyline. They go out to 3 or 4 matches. They have their whole thing. We build MJF as this amazing heel that's beaten up on this old retired beaten dog. You know, you could have had all these amazing different things going. What are you doing over there?
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
So anytime you see me futzing around the board, that means I'm moving my microphone.
Okay.
So
turn your mic off for a minute. You don't matter. Okay.
All lives matter, sir. I'm gonna get Kanye. First of all, I don't think it would be that hard for me to get Kanye West. I could probably bait him.
I just think that at one point we were getting worked. Okay, one point we were getting worked. It was all a work. It was to get people talking. It was, cool. I get it. Let's pretend like we hate this guy. He's an outsider. It works.
Right.
But at a certain point, people work themselves into a shoot. Okay. Everybody liked the guy. Everybody all of a sudden hates the guy. It just, it is what it is. I think the guy fucked up. I think he messed up. He pissed off too many people. And it sucks because I was a big...
Wait, hold on.
It's all a work. There's no way that
No. Because
there's no way. There's no way it's
the here's the thing. I'm gonna say it like this. Tony Khan is not a wrestling guy.
Yeah, he's a friend.
Okay. So when Tony Khan was at that scrum and CM Punk, oh my God, he had no idea.
He had no idea what was going on.
He was
lost.
He had no idea. And first of all, I didn't know what was going on as a fan, right?
Right.
And
I was just like, hey, this guy.
What does this have to do with you just winning the belt?
He's having a muffin.
I got to deal with 3 freaking EVPs, but blah 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 blah.
A bunch of children. I'm tired. No, I get that. You're tired. You're
right, but was that?
Man. Neither are you guys.
I don't even hate any of these people. Neither of you guys are. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not anything. I know that. But I'm watching this.
Wrestling guys.
I'm on the other side.
Friend?
No, I'm a no.
Oh.
I'm watching this and I'm going, wait a minute. Okay. Guy, first of all, I never paid attention to the media scrums of WWE. The only time that I ever remember there being a media scrum was New Japan Pro Wrestling because they would show it right afterwards. You would see Kenny Omega in speaking fluent Japanese cutting a promo. You would see all of Kenta and all of them cutting promos. Yeah, and they're cutting the promo and then they air it on the show. And they'll cut the promo and there's your medium scrum. And they would do it. But what I'm talking about is MJF telling everyone to F off. And now I have to pay attention to this in the same way that I have to watch a Marvel movie and watch all the credits. I never did that with WWE. I can't remember Rock cutting a scrum. I can't remember any of those things. I never watched them. Am I wrong? I never did that until recently. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh, now that CM Punk cut this promo or this media scrum thing where he's calling out the guys in the back and it's not kayfabe, it's not a shoot, he's not doing a work. I don't know.
I just want to know what that person meant by neither are you guys.
Yeah, I'm not. That's a little confusing.
A little confused.
Oh my God, neither are you.
4 conversations going on in our chat right now.
Right. That's yeah. No, all I'm saying is I never followed the media scrums. To me, it was like you hyped up the match all the way up you could. It's done. Then the following...
It's entertainment.
Right. And then the following... It's a mix. Well, no, but the whole point was the match is over. This was at least WWE. Let's stick to WWE for a second. They're smart. The match is over, and it's Sunday night. And you go, oh, my God. Good night. And they pan away. And then the next day, immediately, hot on the heels, is a Monday night show. The audience is crazy. They do the recap. Somebody that was not at WrestleMania that's been gone for 9 months comes back. It's amazing. With AEW, something horrible happens. You have time for it to cool down.
Well, that's why you need the scrums.
Right.
You need to keep it the storyline.
And maybe that's why they're doing that. But the scrum happens 20 minutes later, and I'm like, and I didn't understand this because I was watching that one, and it was the pay-per-view was over, and then there was just 20 minutes of music and just a screen, an AEW screen, and it was just, and I'm like, what is this? And you were talking about WWE, but that is a monopoly that conditioned us to believe that things are supposed to be. No, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. But now here's the thing. You're looking at it from the perspective of all sports. I was conditioned, like you said, accurately, I might add, that we're wrestling. The wrestling is this way. So now Tony Khan is going, well, wait a minute. We're going to market this like any other sports, like boxing. Sure. And we're going to have the cameras pointed. And then New Japan did this and everybody else did this. And I went, oh.
And I'm going to be everybody's best friend.
But I'm like, oh, so now I'm watching this. I'm watching this after, and I'm like, oh, it's 20 minutes later. Well, not just you. Yeah, but what I'm just saying is now I'm trying, now it's the Marvel movie, and I want to see what's going to happen on the way out. The Marvel movie, and I got to see what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he said Mickey is better than Trish. His opinion is
here first, everybody.
Mickey didn't get thrown in a piss bucket, so Mickey's better than Trish.
All I'm saying is Stacy Keibler is better than both of them. All right.
Not according to Bully Ray. She only got over because she was their valet, and when she was their valet, it made her hot. That's what Bully Ray says.
Well, I mean, hold on, real quick. May I, for a moment, please? Who listens to Bully Ray's comment anyway in 2023? That guy's allowed to have an opinion. That guy should not be allowed to have an opinion. That guy should have less than an opinion. Let's put
it like this: if we can get the amount of listeners that he gets,
nobody, and that guy sucks.
So, are you going to go on there and go, "Do you know who I am?"
No, I don't care.
Yeah, no, I mean it's very simple. Now I'm watching the scrums now, and it's not like the scrum happens right away. No, this shit takes 20 minutes. So now I got to watch dead screen for 20 minutes and wait.
Bully Ray is 57 years old, running around acting like these young guys, these young kids, you know, they do this, and he wants to be stuck in 1992 ECW era where he was something. And he's bummed that he's on fucking Impact.
The best promo ever is when Rob Van Dam is on Impact banging a young girl, and he goes to her, "Do you know what ECW is?" And she goes, "Nope." And he just bangs her out. And that was a skit that they did.
Bully Ray in 2023 works for Impact Wrestling. We went to Impact. We watched Impact. You know what it was? It was 300 fucking. It was 300.
They didn't fill the room. They could not fill the room.
Okay, 3,000 of a room of 7,000. Maybe it was half full.
How do you not fill that room?
How do you not fill Sam's Town?
Sam's Town is a gymnasium. It's even smaller than my grade school gym.
I've seen high school gyms bigger than that.
Yeah, no, my elementary school gym. They would not be able to fill up my elementary school gym.
And Tommy Dreamer were the fucking headliner. The main event.
And Tommy Dreamer has his physique right now, and he's the main event.
Yeah. Looks like me.
Yeah, that's no.
Breathes like me into the mic.
Hey, you know what, Bully? Bully
Guy? Okay, I need a cheeseburger, Bully. Bully,
you fat bastard!
Bully, I'm having a hard time breathing, Bully.
Who I am?
Bully, you son of a bitch.
And then he's
Pin me, let's go home and bang some rats. And Bully, come on.
Yeah, we got to get back to Yonkers and bang some hood rats.
Anyway, CM Punk ruined things for me.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you a question.
Nope.
Should kayfabe stay dead? Oh wait.
Why are we?
All right.
Why are we talking about kayfabe?
Okay. No, that answers that question.
Do you guys think Will Ospreay is the greatest wrestler in Europe?
Isn't he Australian? Aussie Open and all that?
I think the other guy in Aussie Open is better than he is. The one with the mullet. The kind of chubby guy.
I'll be honest. I don't follow the European guys intimately because there's a lot of promotions in Europe.
there's too much going on in
There's
European
too many,
wrestling too.
yeah.
There's like date rapes and all that stuff going.
But let's
I
switch
think
gears.
like half the wrestlers in Europe got canceled.
Oh boy.
So it's like I don't know.
Here, let's get on to. I wanted to cover one thing, and we were talking about this. So let's not forget, and we do have to get out in about a half an hour because we do comedy as well, and there's some new rooms for us. The best match I've seen in a while. Now I sit right here at this computer, and I have another monitor to my left, so I could be playing a video game. I could be doing lots of things. I could do my taxes, whatever the hell. I'm playing a game and watching Vikingo fight.
Can you say his whole name since you're just going to use his last name?
El Hijo de Vikingo.
There you go. That was nice. You did all right.
El Hijo de Vikingo.
You got enough Hispanic in you.
Yeah.
Right.
Versus Kenny Omega. Omega.
Omega man.
Omega. Vikingo. Omega. No.
I have a lot to say about this match. I have about a 3/4 of a page written on just this match right here. Can you see it?
Oh my God.
There are a couple things
The spots
that pissed me off.
The spot. Oh yeah.
And I'll tell you this.
Okay.
First off,
Tell me the bad.
They called it a dream match. Whose fucking dream was that?
Yeah, it's not a dream if you did it on the day of.
And you did okay. And another
no promotion,
no
on
vignettes, no promos, no announcement. It was just like, hey, this is our.
If you would have said the week before and they cut the promo with Justin Roberts going, El Hijo de Vikingo, the number one wrestler in Mexico, a family legacy realized, AAA belts, taking on Kenny Omega, the belt collector who held the belt last year.
Type of promo.
Yes.
Where it was like Kenny Omega lost this.
Then you have Kenny Omega doing the side shot. You know what? It was a dream match come true, and unfortunately, he took the belt from me. So this is a really big deal. We didn't talk about it because he wasn't able to get there.
Right. Omega was injured first, and then if I can't, I'm not going to say the guy's last name because in my mind, I'm half retarded. But my mind, Vikingo is not a word.
Vikingo.
It doesn't make sense to
me. Viking.
So I'm going to call him Vikingo. Vikingo. Just kidding.
Yeah, you know, but he was.
Anyway, whose dream match was it?
That's the MCU thing you were talking about, yeah.
Whose dream match was it? Anyway, no promotion, no vignettes, no type of promo at all. No. Why is this?
So no setup.
Okay, here's my issue. AEW does not care about casual viewers. Okay, they expect you to know everybody from the indies. They expect you to just know what's going on.
You got to be a wrestling nerd.
Exactly.
And
that's fine if that's all you want to be. But if you're going to compete with
remember what we said
they don't call them sports entertainers. If you want to compete with sports entertainers, you gotta get.
Remember what they said when they preempted a match, a show because of the NBA finals, and then the show comes on an hour and a half later, and Jericho looks gigantic, and the people went, "Holy shit, is that Chris Jericho? Mm-hmm. That's where he's been all this time." Wait a minute. That means you haven't done a good job promoting your business.
And that got people to unintentionally Google New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Right.
You know what I mean? But that's not always going to work with AEW. And that's the problem is WWE doesn't need you to be a casual fan or a real fan or a hardcore fan. They just want you to watch their product. Right. And that's the problem. AEW is not big enough to just be okay with people like, oh, this is our viewer cap. This
right.
Is all
this
have.
idea
this
that they're
hardcore fans. This is all we
I
need.
have a problem with what Nama said. This idea that they're establishing an alternative. No, you're not. If you're not putting numbers on the board, you're not establishing anything. You're not here to be another Impact Wrestling or Ring of Honor. You're not here to be some no-name promotion. And it's like, you know what New Japan Pro Wrestling is? New Japan Pro Wrestling is like soccer in America. You go, oh, wow, this is an amazing promotion. They have great viewers. Look at that. Yeah. They're in, Soccer Joe King Hall, whatever the hell, and it's filled to the rafters. Okay, but here it's nothing.
Yeah, but wrestling is huge in Japan.
Yes, it is, but we're Americans. Right. We're sitting in America, right. And we're watching this promotion. And how is New Japan Pro Wrestling presented here? It's presented as that thing that comes on after Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, but that's the thing is its audience is so huge in Japan and to hardcore fans that they don't need the casual American fan that's going to watch it at
No.
3 a.m. because it's on fucking a weird channel.
And
you can't
XRP,
see
I
it.
will say this: AEW right now is not the promotion because the Bloodline story is carrying WWE to the promised land. It made them relevant again. You can almost say that whole Isle of Relevancy thing is just a reference to WWE being the island of relevancy. That Roman Reigns is the company, and that everything else. In fact, oh my God, I didn't realize that until just now. That's the reference. That's the metaphor.
Yes.
That's the metaphor. They're talking about the relevancy of WWE versus AEW.
I'm going to tell you with that opinion, Nama Burns. AEW is designed to breed wrestling fans, not casuals. Casuals are bred by WWE and then can become wrestling fans. Here's the issue with that. I grew up a WWE/WCW fan.
As we all did. We were our age group.
For a really long time, all there was WCW or WWE, right? Because they had no competition. There was no other company.
Nitro.
Other than like Impact or whatever.
Right.
For that certain point. But you know what happened? I just stopped watching wrestling.
Because it sucked. There was no
There
competition.
was like 4 years where WWE was just trash.
And that's why they had to split and act like they had two different promotions when they're one
so
promotion.
And at that point in my life, that was the only exposure I had to wrestling.
Right.
I didn't know about, indies and local promotions and stuff like that. So I thought WWE was the end all.
May I interrupt you 1 second? He's run a wrestling promotion. He's actually taken his time, his effort, and his money, had a champion, run his own promotion. So his perspective is really intimate in the sense that you know what it takes to do a promotion, and you didn't know back then. Right. So you're not just, oh, I'm a fan.
And you know how I had to learn? Doing it myself. I didn't have fucking people help me out or anything. I had to mess up.
Marcus mentioned to me about a promotion that would let you train, and it was Freak Show Wrestling.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, well, I don't want to wrestle. I don't think I'd be in any decent physical shape to do that. But one of my buddies who's a Marine is, and he wants to do that. And he told me what the price was. He connected me with the person who runs it. And we put that on the back burner. We just put that. And then he mentioned another one.
Yeah.
And this was Versus Pro Studios.
Las Vegas.
And Las Vegas. And when I dropped his name.
No, I didn't. But there was a period to which. Okay.
No.
There was a period to which I went back to watching wrestling, and I watched a lot of different stuff, and I had to find that myself. But that's the problem: is WWE doesn't have to have people find it themselves. It's the biggest one. Hey, how's it going, Austin? That's gonna be who we have do our producing. That's Austin. So say hi to Austin. Rob.
Yes, Austin. Yes, I see.
Anyway, so
that's why I nodded.
So here's the thing.
You're going, hey, Robin.
The point I was trying to make is WWE is so big, and okay, listen, everybody has heard of John Cena.
Of course.
You see a kid on Nickelodeon, 7 years old, knows who John Cena is.
But who knows who Kevin Steen
knows
is?
Who John Cena is. Steve's dad's, Mike's cousins, brother and sister-in-law in Indonesia.
And The Rock.
Knows who John Cena
and Stone Cold.
WWE does not need promotion. It doesn't need casual fans. It doesn't need any of that. AEW cannot look at things the same way WWE does. They can't assume that they have such a hardline fan base that they can let people just, oh, I'm not going to watch wrestling for 6 months. If half AEW's fans stopped watching wrestling for 6 months, there would be no more AEW. If half of WWE's fans stopped watching WWE for 6 months, they would just put more money into action figures or TV shows or movies or whatever. They would just push their money somewhere else. AEW can't do that, and that's the difference between the two. Is all I'm saying. You can't have non-casual versus casual wrestling fans debate in AEW, and you just can't. You got to have a fan base that sticks with it and watches the storyline, and that's my issue with the Vikingo versus Omega match. Is half that audience didn't know who he was, had no idea he was going to be there, didn't know he was going to be the main event, didn't know any of that information going into that match. And AEW cannot look at that like that. They're not going to survive.
Let me say it like this.
Entrant main eventers.
Let's put it like this. So
showed up with no promo.
I agree 100%. Right now my day job is being a salesman. Okay. And I'm
selling comic books.
And I'm a supervisor in an electronics department.
Okay.
I manage the televisions. I manage the computers. When somebody walks into my store versus the two sister stores in Las Vegas, every one of my TVs are like laser measured, that every TV, same size, they're all lined up edge to edge to edge to edge. There's not going to be one TV 2 inches above another one.
Because that gives that TV the advantage.
Right. It looks odd. Everything is, I take my time and I take pride in what I do. When you have a big match like that with two big guys and you want people to watch, maybe there's somebody from Mexico who is a big AAA fan and they live here now, or they're fan. It's a world we live in. We live in a world where information and shit travels faster. Why would you not promote this guy?
Give me a video package. Just give me a 2-minute video.
By the way, who is my favorite wrestler in Impact Wrestling right before the pandemic?
Mickie James.
No. She won. It is a woman, and she won the heavyweight belt.
Jessica Havoc.
No. She beat Sami Callihan.
Oh, Jordan Grace?
No. You hated her because you thought she was racist and didn't deserve the belt.
Oh, the
Come on.
Oh,
where's the diamond?
She was in trouble. She's a racist. Oh, I can't remember because I forget about it.
Tessa Blanchard.
There you go.
Tessa Blanchard.
KKK member.
Tessa Blanchard won the world heavyweight belt for all the men, all the women.
Sami Callihan for it?
Yes, she did. And she beat him with a magnum. Now, what happened? What happened when the pandemic hit? She was in Mexico.
That's the point of this podcast, sir. This podcast is called Rob and Marcus Hate Wrestling.
Yeah.
It's literally called Marcus
Tessa Blanchard. Yes,
Rob
Austin.
and Marcus Hate Wrestling.
Tessa Blanchard.
Talk about the things we hate. We're not going to talk about the things we like, and we like this match.
Right. Tessa Blanchard refused to cut a promo. They told her, we're going to take the belt off you in April.
Instead, she was like, I hate the blacks.
And she would not cut a promo, and she didn't want to drop the belt. So what did she do?
She's a terrible person.
She just didn't show up for work. Now,
she did an Austin Aries.
Well, no, Austin Aries did a no sell, where he gets pinned,
and then he pops right back up.
And then he kips up.
Yeah. Okay, you know what? We are going to talk about this match and how much we liked it.
And you know what? He lives here, and I got to ask him about that. And I got to ask him.
He does not like talking about wrestling. Anyway, let's talk about some wrestling. We really liked, both of us really enjoyed that.
Yes, she did.
Event. Correct?
To be with Daga.
Correct. We liked the main event, Kenny Omega, Vikingo.
Yep.
Okay,
oh my God. Can we just talk about that 630 senton?
Sure.
Just get right to the point.
Let's get to it.
That was the.
Did he hit his head on the corner of the ring? There's some angles that people had, and they showed, and it looks like
Vikingo.
Yeah, it looks like he might have.
I don't know. But the 630 senton, that was basically like two Hurricane Ranas kind of merged together. It was just, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to understand also, I'm being in the times that we're in, I'm used to fast forwarding.
Yes.
Or just scrolling ahead and looking for spots and looking for run-ins and good interviews. When it's AEW versus WW, I am watching the whole match. When it's Ring of Honor, I'm watching the whole match.
I liked the match. I thought it was good. Here's my question, though. How many more matches can Kenny Omega have like that? With his injuries, his body always hurting.
He's looking older.
He just looks older. He's moving more delicately, I think. How many more matches?
5 years.
You think he's out before he has to go, if I do this anymore, I'm going to be in a wheelchair?
Yeah, but he'll find a way. He'll find a way to do a Chris Jericho and ease himself out.
Yeah. Here's the thing about that, though. He did.
By the way, yeah, Vikingo won that match. Vikingo. Oh.
Kenny Omega made Vikingo look amazing in that match.
Oh yeah.
Amazing.
And by the way, it's not like he didn't sell the one-winged angel. I mean, yeah, we knew it was going to end that way, but Vikingo had so many more spots on Kenny that you would go, really?
I saw somebody comment something about it. Looked like that guy had his special meter on the whole match. And here's my thing about that. If every single move you're doing, spot you're doing is like phenomenal and eye-catching, and oh my god, this is great, this is awesome.
That's the way they do in New Japan.
If you're constantly
You're
doing
gonna lose
finishers and stuff like that, it makes your moves look less important.
I was watching.
I don't want to see 630.
I was watching on New Japan.
Build up to something for me, please.
And it was like they were doing the famouser, and the famouser wasn't even a finisher. It was just
like a build up to another match.
Exactly. And then I didn't know what was what.
Yeah.
And that was when JR was really drinking. So
yeah,
you're like, I learned about that. Should have bombed him 57 years ago around that. I'm like, what?
It was a great match. It got Vikingo some coverage in America. People who didn't know who he was got shown who he was. It was good. I think next week he's having a match on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Against
But I wanna
I can't remember who. But I
want to move into Ring of Honor.
Real quick, I'm not done. Real quick.
Oh, okay, sorry. My apologies.
After the match, Kenny Omega gets attacked by the Blackpool Combat.
Okay. Oh yes, very important, very important.
Yes, this is a very important storyline here. They attack him, beat the shit out of him. Vikingo's laying on the side there. An ambulance comes. Hangman comes out, tries to help him, scares 3 men away. 3 men are scared by Hangman, apparently. And
that's my brother. My brother Brian says you and your boy Markus look good up there. Thanks,
man.
That's my brother Brian.
Hi, Brian. Thank you for watching. But Hangman scares 3 grown men away that are supposed to be tough and whatever. And then Don Callis.
Oh, that was good.
Don Callis does this thing. Okay, what is Don Callis doing? Is Don Callis trying to weasel his way into every friend Kenny Omega makes? Because you saw him kind of do it with the Young Bucks.
He did that with the Young Bucks, but then he came on board with the Young Bucks. But now he's going back to the belt collector thing. He's trying to just get Kenny all the belts.
I love Don, by the way. Great manager.
It's almost like opposite of Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman goes, wait a minute, I've got a faction under my control. Whereas Don Callis is more like,
I want to be in between everybody.
Just want the one guy. I don't need to manage all the personalities.
What was that stuff when he was, who's the new, the young Japanese wrestler that started to get some wins? No. I know somebody here knows it.
Bushi.
He had some matches with Jericho, maybe.
Hold on. Yeah, that's right.
And they did this whole thing where they were at a different show, and Don Callis is over there like, yeah, it's Takeshita.
Takeshita. It's Takeshita.
Asuka. Okay.
It's Takeshita.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Don Callis was like buddy with him and doing this thing.
If he couldn't pronounce it before, writing the name again isn't going to help him.
Sir, I'm having a hard time. Okay,
wait, well, hold on. Wait, now I'm saying, wait.
Don Callis.
He just introduced an idea there, though.
Killed the Bucks.
Did Takeshita beat the Bucks?
Don Callis has orchestrated the attack and the slaughter of the Young Bucks.
It was Takeshita, not the Blackpool Combat Club?
I like that idea. And then the Blackpool Combat Club, they decided to take advantage of the situation. They're like, let's go finish the job.
I'm confused on that one. They're
like Al Qaeda when they take credit for things they didn't actually do.
By the way, I will say this.
Anything bad happens,
this is the best this backdrop has ever looked. I love it. The screen looks beautiful.
Yes. I like Takeshi 6ix9ine. I think he's got a big future. I can't. Anyway, I'm having too much fun.
Kenny, by God, Omega.
Listen, I like Don Callis.
He's great.
Manager. He's a good
manager. Wait. Who do you like better, Don Callis or?
Don't ask me this question.
Paul Heyman.
You're a son of a bitch.
Paul Heyman, baby.
Of course.
Heyman is God of managers.
Did you ask him to sign a bunch of stuff and he told you to piss off or what?
I was like, look, I'm going to give you $1,000. And he's going to go, what do you want? And they're going to be like, I just want you to say my client, Bob Boss Larry. Here's $1,000. And just record it. My client, Bob Boss Larry,
all right, you wanted to talk about
is going to win. And that's not a spoiler. That's not a prediction. That's a spoiler.
All right, Rob wanted to talk about Ring of Honor. Let's see. It says Mark Briscoe and Tony Nese.
Mark Briscoe and Tony.
Did they have a match?
Yes, they did.
Okay, listen, guys, I had a lot going on. My grandma died today. There was a lot of stuff. I know that's a heavy hitter right at the end of the show. I apologize. Listen, there's a lot of stuff going on. I wasn't able to watch all the wrestling that I planned on watching today.
They had some real shit.
I missed all of Ring of Honor. So can you please give me a little
So you had Mark Briscoe versus Tony Nese. Mark Briscoe wins. Tony Nese is a physical specimen, but he sells. Yes. Darius Martin, Matt Tavis.
Okay.
Darius Martin was very sloppy in the ring. His moves.
Is he the one that you said he just looks like the longer the match goes on, the more?
Yes, the longer the match went on. Now Darius Martin was horribly injured. Top Flight was on the shelf, and Dante Martin was fighting with Adam. Dante Martin is polished in the ring, even for his age. Yes. Darius Martin, the more it goes on, he's missing spots. There was a spot where Matt Bennett goes to spear him, and he tries to just bounce over Matt Bennett, and his thigh catches Bennett in the back of the head. So he tries, and it's on the apron. They're on the apron. He goes to spear him, and he tries to jump over him and misses. He almost injured Taven real bad. It looked like he caught Taven in the head.
Sloppy. AEW needs a performance center.
Brian Cage versus Tony Deppen. We were talking about Tony Deppen. He's a scrappy guy, but actually he's really ripped. And he took it to Brian Cage. It was an amazing match. This was kind of similar to the Vikingo versus Kenny Omega match, in which Vikingo did all the work, and then, boom.
I got a root for my boy Deppen. I met him last year at the WrestleMania.
Hangman is being wasted right now.
Me and Deppen have a little bit in common. We both got our starts in hardcore and deathmatch wrestling and stuff, backyard stuff. So we had a little laugh about that.
XRP, I'm in agreement with Hangman. Brian Cage versus Deppen. Brian Cage. I'm
always gonna root for Tony Deppen.
Sure.
I like that guy. He's a good kid. But him versus Brian Cage.
Cage gets his ass kicked and then does the drill claw and wins.
Why would they have that match though?
It's still, but Deppen.
It's Rey Mysterio. It's okay. It's you know what it is? It's Roderick Strong versus Brian Cage in PWG.
Yeah. All right. Silas Young versus Shea Taylor. That was a retro match. Silas Young wins.
I like Silas.
The last real man won.
Yes, he's a good dude.
Samoa Joe did a challenge, and Cheeseburger entered the ring. A wrestler named Cheeseburger.
I like Cheeseburger. He's been wrestling like 20-something years.
And Samoa Joe did the Muscle Buster. Now, the Muscle Buster that Samoa Joe did, he used to drop them right on their neck, straight down. Yeah, and now he just does almost like a modified Samoan drop with the same position.
I think he's trying to be safer.
Right, because he used to bring you right down on your neck and compress your spine.
Yeah.
You're
I'm okay with that. Let's have longevity in wrestling. Let's be careful with our guys.
He just falls backwards now. Before it was just you're coming straight down on your neck, on your shoulder blades.
Speaking of moves that have been modified, have you seen Jeff Hardy do the Swanton Bomb recently? Well,
no.
Not recently because he hasn't, but in the last, say, 6 months.
He really doesn't hit you.
He does a flat back thing where instead of landing here on you, he's landing here on you.
Yeah. It's more in the middle where you come in.
So he doesn't hurt himself.
But ironically, at the same time, while moves are getting safer, other moves are getting more dangerous. Seth Rollins doing the stomp.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins had, I got to remember who he wrestled last night.
Absolutely true. XRP. Absolutely true. Jeff is so much better than Matt. Thank you.
Matt has evolved greater, but Jeff is better in ring. Matt is terrible in ring.
If I had $10 to buy one match or the other, and I only had $10 and I can only see one, I'm doing
Mad Scientist. What I want is Matt's ability to entertain with Jeff's in-ring capabilities.
Why don't Matt be his manager? There you go. Then you get both.
Yeah, if Jeff can stay sober.
Matt would never want that though. He'd be like, I'm the main event.
And then
Yeah.
that would be
I
no.
mean, that storyline was dope though. The Edge Matt. I thought that was like real life fucking craziness. I thought that was legit. I was at a weird age in time in my life where I thought that was the craziest shit.
Oh,
on earth.
because
when it was
that
Matt versus Edge, and then Lita was involved, and there was all
right,
this, like,
and but
craziness
they
going
were
back
doing that
and forth.
because there was real beef going on. That was not
Yeah, so
kayfabe.
they multiplied that shit by about 14. 'cause
Right,
it's-
right, because that was real. Because they
was
were really
intense.
beefing over that.
Yeah.
And there's actually you could look it up.
That butt must be nice.
That there was a match, not a match. There was not even a promo. It's just a video of Matt and Jeff Hardy in a diner, and they're talking about Lita, and they're like, "Yeah, Amy knows we're her real guys." Because her real name's
Oh,
Amy
is
Dumas.
that when Jeff was all fucked up?
Yes,
that?
and he's on painkillers. His eyes are
Yeah.
rolled up in the back of his head. He's shoveling food down his mouth, and
No, I
he's
loved
just
the complete deletion. A dilapidated boat. The dilapidated boat.
lake of deletion.
That was the greatest.
And
thing of all time.
he does the baptism thing with Jeff, and Jeff
Yes,
comes
and then
hard.
he comes out a
with the
different
impact belt.
version, and then he goes back in and comes out
a different version.
Yes, it was great. I wish they could do more.
And then what happens? It comes to WWE, and Michael Cole ruins it. What is this? Is this Matt Hardy on a lawnmower? What are we watching here? You shut up, you idiot.
No, I loved when they were doing different universes and they would time travel and then they'd show up and fight the Young Bucks.
Oh yeah, but that wasn't in WWE.
I know, but I'm saying.
Oh yeah, we are going to go to the halls of McMahon. Oh, when he goes McMahon. Oh, that was so good. The Bucks of Young.
Yes, the Bucks of Youth.
The Bucks of Youth.
Yes. All right, we got to get out of here.
You know how they got out of Impact Wrestling? They just transported it out. They had it. They cut a promo. No, they cut a promo
because they kill people in Impact.
Right. They cut a promo, and the promo was that Matt and Jeff Hardy want to go to another dimension. So they weren't. They cut it and they put it in the can.
Stuck out.
They put it in the can just in case.
The time machine broke.
And then they left. And then they said, wait, they left because they got hired to WWE, signed to WWE. And then Decade said, where's Matt and Jeff Hardy? Oh, they're gone. And Matt and Jeff Hardy had a promo where they time traveled away.
You know who I hated? I hated Coachman. Coachman was my least favorite.
Jonathan Coachman.
Of all, he was the worst. I hated that guy so much.
Remember when they brought him back for that 1 year?
Yeah. Well, he went and worked for ESPN for a while and actually got good. You're gonna
make you live for wrestling again.
And I just realized it's WrestleMania weekend. I was looking at the background thinking it's
WrestleMania.
No, it's literally this.
WrestleMania. No, hold on. And then we'll say this one more time. I don't like 2 nights. I think there's too much.
Listen, it's good. It's good for indie wrestling and allowing to have all this indie wrestling that's going to happen during the weekend.
Oh, and another thing. Wait, I just realized something. The New Day, with all of their core members, that tag team, how many members are there in that tag team?
Wait, what?
We're going to off topic. New Day. How many members are there?
3 members of New Day.
And when they had the belts, how many members were there? 3. And when they defended the belt, how many were there? 3. And they rotated.
They had the Freebird rule.
Yes. So if I'm watching Damage Control,
okay,
and I'm watching Trish Stratus join,
I'm confused at where this is going.
Why is it just not for the belts? Why are we doing a women's trios thing and not just wrestling for the belts?
Mickey James.
What? That's all I'm saying. They should just make it for the belts and have Damage Control be the tag team.
Mickey James.
Oh yeah, Mickey James is the best.
Mickey James. You know who I like right now?
Right now, Mickey James, broken rib and all. I will wreck her in front of Nick Aldis.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Please, Mickey.
I hope Nick Aldis sees this.
Yeah.
I really don't.
You know what
I hope he
happened?
shows up next week, knocks on your door, and beats the dog shit out of you.
Did you want to have sloppy dog sex with my wife?
And laugh the entire time. I'd feel bad. I'd be like, "Oh, Rob, come on, not the face."
But you know what you do? Then I would really piss him off. I go, wait a minute. Are these the hands that touched Mickey's privates?
Oh, jeez, Rob, why do you gotta always ruin everything? You're gonna get this podcast canceled.
Oh, wait, hold on. Did you get to touch Mickey with those hands? And you'll what? And then she comes out in there, kicks me, and I'm like, oh, thank you. This is
why we'll never be taken seriously. This is why we have trolls. What's his name? Who's the guy in here? Alabama Slammer. Alabama Slammer was trolling the whole time in here. This is why we have these issues.
No, I'm being honestly, because he's been asking all night. I'm iffy on the 2 nights. It gives the best talent more space to do their thing. But here's the thing: if WrestleMania is supposed to be this condensed, the best of the best, and you've stretched it out, which means you've watered down the product. If you're going to have the women's belt, defend it, great. Defend all the belts, have one match in there that has nothing to do. The Seth Rollins match is not a title match, great. Then do title matches, add the Seth Rollins one, call it a day.
There you go.
I don't care about Brock Lesnar anymore. He holds no interest to me. No. There's nothing in stake for him.
He finally got funny.
He's funny.
And that's the problem.
He's decent on the mic, but it's too late. He should have been decent on the mic 7 seasons ago.
It's over. It's done.
Now?
Sometimes just call it quits.
Now? And he goes, hold on, everybody. And he's from Canada, but he's Southern accent, and he's got a cowboy. And
Chris Jericho, it's over. Dude, it's just like at a certain point, it's just like, be a fucking producer, a match producer.
Here's my thing. They kept teasing that they're going to bring back they're going to bring back
people shouldn't be allowed to live.
Oh my God. That's way worse than what I said about banging Mickey James. And even in my joke, Mickey James and Nick Aldis kicked the crap out of me deservedly.
Old people should just die.
Well, Marcus, all people die.
Like my grandma.
Oh my God, that got dark.
Yes.
Jesus.
All right. Well, this was a fun podcast.
That got darker than a Kenyan runner.
Listen, let me do the jokes. You do the improv. All right. This was fun. Thank you guys for hanging out. I didn't even.
No, you did. No, we're not talking about you. We're not talking about you. We're not talking about you.
Listen,
he just said, I don't know what you said there, but no, we're not talking about you. Nama, you could come in on anytime you want. You were great. XRP, great. We love all you guys and participating, and we want to see you. We do this every Tuesday, and then right after that we rush out of here because we're Vegas comedians. We go to where there's mics. We go to where we've got book spots. We've got stuff to do. So I have my website at Rob Boss Larry, ROBERT or ROBBOCE, blah blah blah. Anyways, I just want to thank everyone for tuning in and watching us. And we're going to have some interesting thoughts on what's going to happen on Tuesday. It's perfect because then that gives us a chance to cover the Raw response too, because the Raw response is almost more important than the night itself to me.
Yeah, I like Monday night after.
The Monday after. Oh, my Lord.
Much better than WrestleMania. All right, we're going to get...
And my brother says he enjoyed you.
Oh, thanks.
So Brian enjoyed it. Thank you very much, guys. We got to rush out to the other side of Vegas, to the hipster town known as Main Street.
I got to get over there, and I also got to pick up my wife, and this sucks. I have to go.
Hey, you have that support network, man. God bless it, man. She's a lovely, lovely person.
You're making this so weird.
She's a great person.
Just hit the button, damn it.
Have a good night.